Hi, my name's Steve Crossley. Uh, Dr. Coyle, I'm very, very interested in having you treat me. Uh, I think it would be very beneficial to both you and I. I know that you have the skill and the expertise to administer this protocol of alpha-lipoic acid and or with or without low-dose naltrexone. I really believe that this is about the last chance that I have. According to the doctor, I'm in end stage COPD, and he advised me to get on hospice and start planning for the end. I have already outlived most cats. I've had at least 9 lives. I've survived open heart surgery for a valve repair, mitral valve. I have had several heart attacks prior to that. They were undiagnosed, but they sure found out about it after the fact. After that, I was diagnosed with lung cancer. Well, to back up just a little bit, they found the severe COPD just prior to the open heart surgery. When they did the pre-op breathing tests and things. So, and I got by with that for, I had the surgery in '02, and I improved for '03 and '04. And the end of '04, I started getting sick a lot, getting the pneumonias, and they found out in December of '04 that I had lung cancer, and so by February they were going to start treating it, and my lung ruptured and collapsed, and I had to go in the hospital. And at that point they did a lung resection and took out my left upper lobe. Shortly after the surgery I had a stroke. I had a reaction to the blood thinner they'd given me. I guess I was allergic to it. So anyway, I was near death again. I got out of the hospital. I was too sick to get chemo, and I didn't really know about natural medicine at that time. So 6 months recovery. I couldn't walk 50 feet, and I got a walker, and I started walking 49, 50, 51, and over a month I got to where I could walk about a mile, so I was pretty encouraged. But it seemed like every time I got to feeling better, the next day I got pneumonia and I'm sick again. So I didn't know what to do. Well, I just kept on keeping on, and then I found out about megadose vitamin C, and I started that protocol. I didn't have IV available, so I just used liposomal and capsules, and I went from having 3 or 4 pneumonias a year down to, I went 2 years with 1 time between pneumonias, and so it was reduced. However, I still was getting pneumonia. Well, this last year I had been sick in Yuma. I came back to Utah for the summer. I never did totally recover. I went back to Yuma as normal in October, and on the way down something just clicked, and I just had a real low oxygen need, and life was good for about 4 or 5 days, and then after that it was right back, and it was a struggle. I wasn't like bedridden, but I just didn't feel right, and my breathing was horrible. So it continued on that way through the season, and then my return to Utah, I only got worse. So anyway, I wound up going to the hospital for a couple of days for more treatment with antibiotics, IV antibiotics, and prednisone and all the things they do in the hospital. Plus I was backing it up with vitamin C. Finally kind of got over it, but not totally. It didn't last. So I really stepped up with vitamin C, and that really helped a lot. And I went back to a pulmonologist. I hadn't been to him for a couple of years. I got so sick of going in there and donating every year. He would do a lung function test, and have for $40, and then have me come back and a week or two, and there'd be another $40 to tell me what the test showed. Never did really tell me what the test showed. Just said, yeah, it's bad, but keep on taking your Advair and your Duoneb inhalers, and that's the treatment. There's nothing better for you. So this time I went in just to see if hopefully there might be something else that might help, and that's when he said, well, he said, I've looked at your x-rays and I've looked at your records, and he says 2 years ago your lung function was 20%, and he said you've had several pneumonias since that time, and each one causes damage, so now you're definitely below 20%, so I don't think we even need to do another lung function test. He says, you just, I hate to tell you this, but I think you better start planning on being on hospice and getting your affairs in order. Well, I had been told back in the cancer days, when I was trying to recover from that I would live more than 6 months, and that's been over 10 years ago. But I, found out about, matter of fact, I skipped part of the story, but I don't want to bore you too much, but I'll quickly tell you, they told me, one of the doctors told me I wouldn't live more than 6 months. And so at that point, that's when I started seeking out natural cures. And we found some, and about 10 of them, and I looked at the two that made the most sense to me. I did those. One was the Budwig cottage cheese and flax oil protocol, and the other one was the SEACT. And I did both things, and within 90 days, all signs of cancer were gone. It had come back, and now I got rid of it. I couldn't have any more surgery. I couldn't have any more chemo. I was done, so I had no choice. That was the best choice I've ever made, at least if you want to live, it was. So anyway, that's what really got my attention. And as a thankful survivor, I've dedicated the rest of my life to helping other people and sharing with my things that I have found out that have been helpful. And this is where I think I can help you. When I come down to Yuma, I give lectures about natural health, and I do 3 or 4 of them a season, and I usually have a pretty good turnout. Now, some of the people that come are the same people that have already seen you. However, there are people who have not heard about you, and then when I get back to Utah, nobody has a clue who you are, and if I can come back with a success story, which we may or may not be able to do, but if we do, I'm going to spread the word. If we don't, it don't. So, all I can say is we tried, and I'm not going to push it. But I really, really, really would appreciate it if you would let me know as soon as you have this service of treatment available, and I will definitely come right down to Yuma and stay in my place down there and be available for treatment as much as I need, as long as I need. So anyway, it's my urgency is I've just got so weak that I fell here a few weeks ago, and fortunately it didn't break anything, but I looked like I'd been hit by a train. Yeah. And the only reason to bring that up is just the fact that I've been too weak to be able to due to the infection and the COPD, I haven't been able to work hard enough on exercise, and so I don't have much muscle strength, and so therefore I'm a lot more apt to fall. And anyway, most days are the breathing is pretty labored. I'm on pulse dose right now. You can probably hear that dang thing pumping or psst, psst, psst. But I have to have a pulse dose if I want this portable to last very long at all. I do best on constant flow of about 5. So anyway, that's my urgency. When I get to Yuma, it takes less oxygen, and the only reason to really come back here is it's so hot there. But now I've got a real good reason to come down here because I need treatment. So anyway, if you can help me in any way, I would really appreciate it. My phone number is 801-389-8162. My email, I believe you probably already have it, but it's s.crossley, CROSSLEY, at Reagan.com. That's REAGAN, just like the president. Reagan.com. On Facebook, I'm Stephen, STPHENL, Crossley, CROSSLEY. I thank you very much for your time and attention, and I hope I'm not too big of a pest, but this could be a really important thing for both of us. We can help each other, and I thank you for your time, and I really excited to get to meet you and receive treatment by you. Thank you very much.